Garden the stream.
Osmanthus
Check
wine
on
tastes
the
the same as I
FPS.
remember.
It's fine.
But where are those who share the memory?
It feels fine. Alright. Yeah, shorter stream today, boys. I don't even know if anyone's in the stream now.
If only there's a way to like restart the stream and like come back in 10 minutes. If only that's something you can do. If only. If only that's
I don't have like one of those intro things. Like one of those intro card things.
You don't
I
need
could
it. Look
just,
at Technoblade. He doesn't have one. He just says stream
It's
music.
been a
He
while
just
since we last
starts to
visited
stream at like 3
our
p.m.
village.
and just like people take a notification out. You don't need a stream starting soon. Fun.
What brings you here?
Oh my god.
well,
We recovered
I
early,
stream at
and Canary
roughly
agreed to let us leave, so now we're out
12
and about
to
again.
1.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
But my stream days aren't really set yet.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right?
So we're just gonna finish up this
That's
act.
You're welcome.
I
Tainari
don't
has
pull
excellent
for
medical
the next
skills,
5
and
patches.
Kale
And I
is
go
quite
for C1
attentive.
R1 Nouvelle.
It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean
Or I go for
Candace?
C1 Wanderer.
I've
I don't
already
know
talked with
why
Candace
does
and the
I
village
hate
chief.
these characters. This dude
They're
doesn't need
still
a
at the
4-star
usual
for it to
place.
work. I hate it so
You can
much.
go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting
Oh, that
as
character's
well.
good if you have a C6 4-star.
By King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears
Oh,
in
yo,
the
there's
desert.
a defense percent
Don't
albedo
tell me
that
you've run
albedo
into
wants.
trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And, huh? Sataria?
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, you
I'm
know me?
tending my Nouvelle.
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
Alright, Tang, we're watching all of Ruby, actually. Nah, that's a stream, we're just doing
I'm
content.
doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
Yo, EM Sans, that's what I wanted.
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity.
Me would
I
have
will
to
no
pull for
longer
Raiden
pursue research
Shogun,
like a typical
no.
scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my
Oh
hope
my
that
God.
the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate
Fuck
more
off,
people.
X-Lex.
That is the
Fuck
true
off.
meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please, where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these
The
compliments.
Rizzler.
Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common
Hey, yo,
people would
God tier for
easily
the
overlook.
piece.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord
That's what I
Sino
want.
told me that
Defender
Azar
sent
didn't
with
belong there
critical
anymore.
damage on it. That's what I wanted.
Azar has received
Oh,
much
Noel.
needed punishment. Though,
Oh,
if you ask
God.
me,
I am not
it may
building
have been
Noel.
too light. You probably have already heard.
I don't
Lord
have C6
Sino
Noel.
helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the
Ayo,
people will
4 line
make
of
good
crit
use of them.
damage? Ayo.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical
What
books
is
and other
upstep,
related
bro?
items. If it weren't for Sino and
Stop.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday, I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino final? Remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
I have the bug again where it doesn't move away from my character. My pet, Paimon, and me are all still while the time is changing.
Hell.
Ba-da-dum.
Wait, what are they doing for the main stats? It's just HP crit rate or crit damage, right?
Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
You have Farina.
So, with Arena,
Yeah.
it depends. It's hard depends. So, for her, you want ER first, up to whatever ER requirement you have. So if you're running double hydro, you can get away with like 140, 150 around there.
I got 180 ER is what I got.
Yeah, so you can get away with using single hydro with Farina. Then after that, you want to focus until you have at least 30k HP. So probably run like a HP Sands.
Yeah, I got HP Sands.
And then your crit ratio should be 1 to 2. If possible, try to get your crit damage up because it affects the pet's damage as well.
What's your ratio?
You can look at it if you want on stream.
It's not public.
Is mine not? Really?
You don't have it. You have Hutao, Yolan, Ganyu, Zhongli, Ayaka, Kazuha, Keqing, Raiden as the 8. There's no Farina.
Okay. Well, this is old, so let me change this. Let me change it to my more recent characters I use.
Yeah, the character you used a lot, Kazuha. you just lied to me in my face. The character used a lot, Kazuha.
Okay, well then I guess I'll keep. How do I want on here? There you go. Happy?
It's not gonna update until it's not update like in an hour.
Okay, I'll just tell you my ratios. I have 30k HP on my Farina with Western Desire. My ratio is 61 160 with 178 ER.
What's your HP?
30k. I'm on Hydro Goblet.
Ah.
It's not bad for Hydro Goblet.
Everybody's already here. Looks
I
like
think
the
Hydro Goblet
You're here.
is better than HP Goblet,
Ah,
but
there you are.
that's because I have better substats for it.
I haven't gotten a crit damage circlet yet, so I'm using the HP circlet.
Honestly, probably just go for HP Goblet rather than Hydro damage Goblet because it's way easier to get.
I have it. My off piece is my HP goblet.
Yeah, so probably just use that.
38 CV of ER on it.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
finally decided to show up.
Whichever one has better substats,
You
just use
look
that
like
one.
you came here
I don't have
immediately after
a
finishing up some more.
circlet yet.
I'm
Mine
very
is
happy to
38
see you here.
HP, 50, 100, and
We're not
180
late,
ER.
are we?
My
It's just that everyone
circlet
else
is my
arrived.
off piece.
I propose that the last one
Okay.
who
I never.
arrived be put in charge of today's
I don't
speeches.
get good gobs.
Nah, there
I
were
never
no
get good
speeches today.
gobs. I'm always
Really?
on a
Well,
crown off piece,
Come
and
join
my
us
off
over
pieces
here.
are always mid as hell.
Let's share some great food and drinks.
Wait,
chat
wait.
about all
I
sorts
have
of
this.
fun
I have this.
things.
Wait, I didn't know I had
Everything
this.
looks quite good.
My Ben has a gob that has 25 crit damage on it. I didn't know that.
Wait! traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
All my gobs are insane. It's just that they're always all off pieces.
None of my gobs are insane. And that's
Like,
just how it is.
My Wanderer gob is emblem. My
We need to trade
My-
luck, bro. My feather and
This grilled
my
meat tastes
flower luck
amazing.
is amazing.
The food was specially
And
prepared
then
by everyone in the
Sans,
Grand Bazaar.
I have the worst
I
sans
heard they
luck
have
you've
gifts that were
ever
sent by the
seen.
residents
I don't
of
have a
Sumeru
good
City when
sans.
they
I don't know
heard
what
we
you're
were
talking
holding
about. I
a
don't have
feast.
good sans.
Everyone that came said that you saved
My
I
Sans
have
is
like
a-
200 plus
Thank you all,
sans, and not a single one is a good piece for
Feels kinda nice to
Ayaka.
be seen as a hero. I could get used
My-
to this.
Being a
My
bodyguard
Ica
is
sans is,
also a hero's job.
18 crit damage.
You've always been amazing, Dia.
I don't even think mine
Lady
has
sure a
crit
way with
damage.
words. Thanks.
My Huta one
glad
is
to hear
6
it.
crit rate, 14 crit
And
damage.
I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
My Huta one is good because I have to.
Come to think of it,
I
we've
have
really
to.
done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
I'm running an EM
We owe it to our
sans.
abilities
I should probably
So
roll out
sad.
and luck.
I should probably roll out
Really?
a 4-liner.
Why do I
got
remember
the crit
everybody
damage on
thinking
Golden
that luck
Troop.
was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
Dude, I had a
That's how I
4-liner.
remember
It
it
went
too.
all into
It's
EM,
luck that
bro.
brought us
It was an
together.
emblem.
It's luck that
It
let us
crit
work
rate,
Not the
crit
fence.
damage.
Then it took even
It
more
crit
luck
rate,
for us
crit
to formulate
damage.
a plan and implement it
And it
successfully.
didn't
Great.
roll.
Moreover,
Crit
judging from the
rate, okay,
results,
Joe.
everything
And
worked
it went
out
to my base
well.
attack.
Yeah. Everyone gave it
That
their
one
all.
piece I
At
have,
first,
literally,
it was almost like a
oh my god, almost
performance.
100 EM.
We took the stage and put
Because
on
it
our
kept rolling
best
into
show.
EM. And
Everyone
then it rolled
played
into
their
ER
part,
once.
and thanks to everyone's
None on
efforts,
crit rate, none
the
on crit
performance was a
damage.
great
So
success.
sad.
So, would you say we're good actors
I mean,
too?
this is already 25 CV, so if it just rolls once
It's such
more
a
to crit rate,
blessing
it's
that
kinda good.
Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned. Uh-huh. Lesser Lord
And roll
Kusanali
defense.
once
That's
used
great,
all her
that's great.
power in a
It's-
great
I mean,
disaster,
it's better than what I currently
which
have,
resulted
so.
in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically
Wait, is
abandoned her because of
What
it.
HP do I like? So
This should be
18%.
something everybody should remember.
I mean,
Huh?
more crits kind of nice.
You
I
look
guess I'll just use-
surprised.
I'll keep both.
I didn't say anything
We'll have
wrong,
math.
did I?
Do the math.
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Dude, I want to use my
Yeah,
official one
what's
because
with
my
that
official feather is
You
36
knew of
CV
this already.
for my golden shoe.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
So basically, I get circulated and my freeness like golden. I have so many HP circles that have critical damage on them. But it's like I'm never gonna use it unless unless it's
If
like
you
a 50
fight the
CV.
hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this,
What's that best
but
circle
their
that I
treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a
have?
more
My circles
severe
are all just all
punishment.
bad.
You could simply
Oh, you know
tell
what's my
Lesser
only
Lord
good circle I have?
Kusanali
It's
that
30
you wish to
CV,
have Azar
but
and
it's
his
an EM. It's my
accomplices
Kazuo one, so it
severely
doesn't
punished.
matter.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Why is my Toma
Are you
HP
trying to say
circlet
that I'm
30
fit to be a
CV?
sage?
Not at all.
It's always
Every
happens.
person
I swear to God, my
handling the
support
selection
effects
process
are crazy.
has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Oh, I haven't done Trombox
Could you
in like,
try to
in like
put
a
it
month.
another way? This is a good thing,
We'll wait.
yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
Oh yeah, if I get
I did
free
have
level
my
90,
own
that'll give
motive,
me more HP.
but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's
I am going
scribe.
to go do some IRL stuff now.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all? So, that's the only reason why you
I will
joined
be
us and
back,
came up with all those plans?
soon.
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay?
Nilo
try to
trying to
smile more every
rid of
day.
Sino.
Just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts, unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello! Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
The atmosphere here is good, and everything is delicious. Yeah. I don't often come to such places, but it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around. There's always next time. We're friends after all. This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Did Nilo cook everything? If so, everyone's like, damn, look at all this food. Nom 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 nom.
Hi, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it.
Where's
That's
Paimon?
good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves. I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you. Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy. Of course, just wait here for Paimon.
I think we're gonna snooze first.
it's me. Mm-hmm.
You need a jump scare.
Being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still
Bruh.
one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want. Let me think about it. Okay.
Let's go. I like how we're in like a 1980s mode.
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Nahida being able to possess people is kind of cheater.
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
We're using Hytham's body as a transition.
Yeah. Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Same.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony. All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Brother, where? I explored like 2% of Sumeru from the story. It's literally like nothing. Actually, nothing.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Hello?
Hello, Matt.
It's not Matt.
Hello, Brian. Sorry, my game sound is quite loud.
Okay, I'm gonna ping Anthony and Barat. What did Barat say? He got off the Discord call.
He left the call?
Yeah.
I thought he was still here.
Were you talking to him at all?
No,
And then
but
he
I
got
am
social.
streaming, and I am not in the streaming chat.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I was waiting for you to hop on, and I'm waiting for everyone else to hop on, so I'm just doing like a quick stream. Because yesterday was a 6-hour stream, something like that, and then I'm just finishing up. Yeah, you can give them like a call, see if they can hop on. I don't know why she likes chilling
Hello,
in
traveler in
near the
Paimon.
cage, so that's sweet.
What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water. So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know? After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6th grade sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Uh-oh.
You mean,
Hi, Tang.
what happened after the doctor put you to
No.
sleep?
I moved you to streaming and then I moved you back. Our friend Sonu here is not alive or something. I don't know what's going on.
You should move me to streaming
guessed
and then move me
correctly.
back whenever
The
you join.
top-ranked Fatui Harbingers,
Okay.
up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it was just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
It was not worth it.
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate. Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the Nation of Justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
No.
Does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality. Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet? Huh? You mean... About your brother. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother. Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tuvat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your brother. Because as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all. What?
Let's go. Still.
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world. But makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat? According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy. What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of. But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders. What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it. Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender. Huh?
Bro.
So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time. Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information. And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate. Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida. The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
I don't know what this twig is for. Chapter 3, Act 6? What? Oh yeah. Look at all these quests we have to do. Bro. I have so many. Brother. Also, what is this? I thought there was 6. Fine. Is it 6? What is this?
Take it easy.
Is this the interlude and prelude they were talking about? It's probably that. Hmm.
Okay, that's weird.
Hello?
Hello.
Is everyone here?
He's still not answering, but
Dude, he was here before you guys, and I'm assuming he took, or you guys took too long, but he doesn't want to show up.
we didn't take long at all.
He was the one that asked,
Wait,
too.
you're that blonde traveler who's
Play
on a
lethal?
journey to all
Yeah.
corners of Teyvat, right?
Oh, well, we're here now.
Do you need something from us?
I should
You
fix
bet I do.
that, hopefully.
I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you.
How long
Took
ago did
advantage
he
of a
ask?
loophole in our mailing system
Like
by opting
40
for
minutes?
guaranteed
When I
delivery,
pinged
then
is
filling
when
in
he
the most
asked.
obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us.
That's like
unless
an
we
hour
happen to
ago
go to
now,
the
but
post office on a whim.
wait, no,
So what address did that
it
person
was
give
a
you
little
anyway?
over an hour ago.
Now he's AFK on
He just
Discord
wrote
too.
next to a small white-haired talking fairy.
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here. Of course, here it is. All yours.
Come on, Paimon wants to have a look too.
What?
What?
Hiya, huh?
Kaya's
He's here
messaging
to
me.
Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Crafty does describe him pretty well. From what he wrote in the letter,
I'm playing
it looks
Genshin.
like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us.
Nintendo Switch 2 is set to
maybe
release
he's
in
just being
2024,
sneaky.
guys.
You
I
wish.
know you're happy.
Do you think he's making this
I
sound
know
like
you're
a
happy
miracle
that
of
they're
fate
gonna
so that
release
we'd
another
have to go meet
Switch.
up with him?
You're happy that there so you can buy more stuff.
Nah.
Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old
Oh,
friends.
if it's backwards compatible, I'm
He says that he hangs out
sticking
at
with my
Divine
OLED.
Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in on him then, huh?
Sticking with the OLED.
Because why get something like if my monitor only runs 1080p, and the Switch only runs 1080p. So
You
why get a new
wish
one?
the Switch was able to run 1080p on like more than 5 games.
True.
He has an OLED. I think.
The Switch OLED's supposed to run 1080p, I should say. But like, even if this new one is 4K, which I don't believe it will be.
Hell no.
Yeah, like why buy it? I already have the OLED.
I
If
saw
it's
how
backwards
Tears of the Kingdom
compatible-
runs on my Switch. I've seen.
You
Yeah,
have the
flawlessly.
basic Switch too, as well.
Or flawlessly.
Flawlessly ain't the right word, but
Yeah, it is. It was perfect.
well, it's just following after you.
There were just enough frames to make it cinematic.
God damn it,
You know what I think needs voice acting?
Hmm.
I think Pokemon needs voice acting. That'll make the game 10 times better.
No. I
It's
can't
too
do that.
expensive.
Yeah.
Too expensive for Nintendo, a multi-billion-dollar company, I think.
They should use AI voices instead.
Now you're thinking. Yeah, you guys wanted voice acting so bad, so here you go.
We should use AI art for the cover too.
Yeah, they should just make all the Pokemon AI generated.
AI generated text. Yeah, baby.
Let's just make the first ever fully
I have
AI
something I
game.
haven't tried yet, boss.
They will
sorry,
eventually.
sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Eventually they will.
Well then, just the bill, please. That's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon has some sort of prank on us.
Waiting for
Hey,
Burlap to be
Paimon,
put in the sleep.
Traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern? You itching for a lecture from Jean?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her?
The heck is that, bruh?
The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes. Sumeru's spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail was invented. That's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master Diluc are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too, huh?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm
Okay,
feeling.
I'm no longer using Dark Prince.
Hey,
I mean,
using your job to settle personal grievances isn't
not Dark
very
Prince,
knightly, Captain.
Little Prince.
The
Just
car
ass.
is broken.
Just ass. They
Very
nerfed him
sharp
so
of you.
fucking hard.
I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
And do continue.
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't
Gotta
exactly
give this guy
what
the
I had in
victory.
mind.
He has fucking P.E.K.K.A. in his deck.
Well, all right.
Alright,
Since
where
you're so
are you?
interested. Like I said, I was very young then. Don Winery had only just taken me in. I overheard my
Did you guys
adoptive
watch the
father
short
talk
I
about
sent
sending
you?
a team of merchants to
I know
Sumeru
Anthony did.
during
What?
a business meeting.
Oh,
I'm sure
I
you'll
say
agree
what
that
short.
everyone's curious about their roots on some level.
The mechanical
And my
keyboards.
roots?
Yeah.
They're in Conria,
Yeah.
which is
Thought
said
that
to
was
have
pretty
been
funny.
located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru. And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo, and silently joined the merchant delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. Their leader promptly found me, and before I knew it, my adoptive father was dragging me back home by the ear. It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young. My life had less and less to do
Sleep,
with
what are
Conria
you
as I grew
doing
up,
here?
and so I started caring less as well. I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder.
There you go.
Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other reason than simply to keep me alive. As well as ensuring that I'd be safely cut off from certain things. The thought that I might be able to actually live a happy life there must have been the icing on the cake. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic. These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
Oh, this guy loses now. I have King Tower
One
and he's a
death
level under in
afternoon,
League
please,
2.
boss.
He just invited
Tell
himself
me,
to the table.
what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Ah,
You
you've
giant in
decided
the
to
back.
join
Let's
us.
piss this guy
I
off.
was wondering how long
That
you
is
planned
what
on
the
listening
problem
in.
is.
I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainsleif, if I'm not mistaken.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Ah, there he is. The man of the hour.
What?
Goodness gracious.
Wow, I can't believe
I take
Tanks
it
didn't
that you weren't
snitch.
aware of this
Wow.
until now, Kaya.
He told us
Well,
you
you
joined
wouldn't
earlier.
I was in the shower.
Oh my.
Oh my
That's
god.
quite a lot of
dang, you
baggage
didn't
for a
tell us you
surname,
were
isn't
leaving.
it?
And without
Though I
me?
must say, it does confirm
I
an
literally
old
said
suspicion
that. At
of
least I
mine.
didn't take a shower.
I suppose that was
I
why my
didn't hear
father
you.
left me in Mondstadt after
Dang,
Oh
all.
my
he was
gosh.
streaming.
Surprised
Wow,
that
I
you
haven't played
take
this
me
game
at my
since last
word
year.
without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Oh wow.
Well,
I wonder why
perhaps what you
that.
told me
That's
just
a good
happens to
one.
answer some questions I carry in my memories.
I haven't heard
In
you
any
say.
case,
Haven't heard everyone make
recognize
that
your
joke in the
eyes.
past 4 days.
You're a
I
pure-blood
haven't been
con man,
showered
aren't
since
you?
last year.
Hold up.
You weren't even
Very
born.
clever.
I
Forgive
haven't
me
taken
What?
a
for
shower
Dang,
in a
interrupting,
what
year.
kind of
but I
last year were
sincerely
you
hope
on?
this new
Holy.
knowledge doesn't change anything.
Guys,
If you've
guys,
already
I
let go
turned
of your
18
ties
this
to the
year.
past, then keep it
You're
that
full
way.
of crap.
No, I turned 19 this year.
You're not involved with the Abyss Order in any way.
No, you turned 20 this year.
No, I turned 19.
Hey, hold
You
on
do?
now. This
Yeah.
conversation has
Sorry
taken a
for your
rather
loss.
sudden turn for the deadly serious.
I turned 21 this
And I'm
year.
afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere.
You old.
So what if I know my
Fuck
ancestry?
you.
Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of
Boomer.
thing? Relax.
Hey, you're older
I'll
than
be
I am.
just as
Shut the fuck
delighted to
up.
hunt down the
Yeah,
Abyss Order
take me like
tomorrow
my dad.
as I have always been.
I'm not old enough to be a
Ouch.
dad.
Anthony, are you making a lobby or is Barat?
Well,
Either
I haven't
way,
opened the
looks
game
like we're
yet.
out of time. I've got a
I'm eating
spice merchant to
chocolate.
meet in a minute,
Okay,
so I'll
well
leave
then I
the three
guess.
of you to carry on the conversation without me.
I'm arguing with people on Twitter right
My
now. 'cause I can't
eyes are
click
so
comments
watery.
because I'm banned from
I
Reddit right
think it's
now.
because I've been getting a
And
lack of
Dainsy,
sleep.
no need to listen in from the sidelines next
Yeah,
time we
because you've been
meet.
streaming.
Let me buy you a
Yeah,
drink.
we've been playing the company. We've been playing the company.
Yeah, we're
The company.
staying up till 2 a.m., bro.
Yeah, it's 5-hour runs back to back. That's the cool part.
My
The
god.
fact is, I still do not know him well.
Ugh.
It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen.
Hate seeing that
Teamwork.
card. Hate seeing that card.
Well, I suspect that they call your brother their
Okay,
prince.
how do I join the
Precisely
boy
because
to
there
this
is
Discord
a
server?
succession of sorts.
Oh yeah, I remember you sent me a picture of an opening.
He'd be the king, right?
Uh-huh.
Not even called.
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate.
Look, it's the FNAF
Do you
6
remember that
speech.
Yeah. Alright, did someone host?
No, no one hosted yet.
Then I'm doing it.
Not
Good.
new. Not exactly.
Wait,
My
hold on.
memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly remembered
Oh
something.
my god, dude.
Oh.
I need to like
He
wash
mentioned
my
the Loom of
eyes
Fate
out with
back when we
bleach.
traveled
Okay, I have some news. It
What?
saved our progress
It did.
from last
Yes,
night.
let's go.
How does that work?
Probably because we ended mid-game. And you
Yeah.
left.
Apparently so.
Hmm.
I was also quite surprised when these memories
Did you guys
died.
stop playing after
I
I
recall
left?
that we were traveling to Sumeru
Yeah.
when the matter was
Oh,
brought
I
up.
thought you guys
That's what they
continued
done.
until the run ended.
Oh my god, Switch
Oh.
2 is coming out.
This run's
Yeah, I know,
also
right?
about to end, I think.
Correct.
Anyways,
At that time,
Switch
they
2
must
is
have been
coming out, oh
introduced
my
in
god.
I
one
know,
way or
right?
another to this concept.
Let me finish this
If I
game and
recall
I need
That
to
means
see
you
that.
we were
Send me
somewhere
the Switch
before us
2.
then.
That means Yu-Gi-Oh! Prize is about to go crazy because it's like gives a Switch, it gives a Switch 2 as the prize support.
Some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years.
Joshua
No.
Smith when he gets to sell
Now is not the
a
time.
Switch 2 to a Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this guy loses, Tang.
No, it's just I'm still waiting for my drink.
Yo, Joshua on his way to earn $100 per victory he gets per year.
Yeah. But
I'm playing
got an-
E-Giant now, Tang. I'm
wait, I
mad.
got another roll.
Oh, welcome to the club.
E-Giant's actually really good.
Looks like the situation
Right now it's cracked. What
It's the
fuck is
best
this?
deck in the game.
I've always been playing E-Giant, so you can't call me Melson. I was playing when it was bad. I was playing when it was
I was
good.
playing RG, but then
E-Giant with Evo Archers is the best deck in the game right now.
I'm doing E-Giant Evo Bats.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know how good that is.
I just won 2 in a
Alright.
row.
Wait, Ben's
Whoa.
playing Clash Royale. Ben's playing it. Hold up.
Which one?
Ben Tobin.
Ah, I see. I see. All right.
Alright.
Oh my God.
I haven't talked to Ben in a long time. I feel like we should start talking to
And
him.
the Geo.
No, we have 2 days left, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
I know
come
Ben
on.
has a he's got a list with a CS:GO inventory. Like his inventory is like $2 grand.
Well, I did
Really,
it.
this is like really early, and he's made like 2K profits.
I finally unlocked Sumeru reputation. Yes.
Like how I couldn't pick this stuff up, but I could pick this stuff on the ground up. What the heck is going on?
Alright.
Woke.
That will be all for today's stream, chat.
When I hand this work over to the Eremites, I'll have to
Super
rephrase
short
the
stream
request
this time around, but yeah. What can you do? Right. I did a 6-hour stream yesterday, so I want to take a break. Oh, bye-bye. I might continue later today. I'm not sure. If I do,
Nah.
it'll be around like maybe 7, maybe 8. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna
We'll
be
see.
on here for 18 hours straight.
Yeah,
Actually,
bye-bye.
work over to